life starts to get hard and you own 3 E46s, one that needs to go to the scrapyard, one that needs an engine in it and a trans and the engine built, and one, my blue car, the coupe that we've been building, needs work done to it yet. What do you do? Like, what is the logical answer to that? You buy an E38, right? I guess no one heard me on that. You buy an E38, right? I'm sure everyone understands, but not only just a normal E38, you get a 740 IL. You got to get the long boy. I've always wanted one, and this one has sat for almost 3 years. It has bullet holes in it. Made me want to buy it even more, and it's not the cleanest body at all. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do timing chains on it, guides on it. First I gotta get it to run. That's what today's video is gonna be, getting this thing to run. And then we gotta make it loud, like good loud. But right now it's probably not gonna sound good because I won't have the whole exhaust made on this probably until I get the engine done. But if you know E38 and bullet holes, how they go together, it didn't really bother me that much. I'll go ahead and show you guys the damage on it. And it came with impars too, because that's what came on most of these cars. So now we got M parallels on M parallels and a spare M parallel. So it's pretty awesome. I don't know if I'll keep these wheels or not. This car kind of needs like 19 or 20s and it needs slammed. So you already know the deal. And it is automatic. I'm pretty sure they were all automatic. I'll probably be dealing with that as long as the transmission's good. If the transmission's good, I'll just ride it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the damage on this thing. So it's really windy out here, so the audio is gonna suck, and it's 30 something degrees, so it's freezing. But one thing I just noticed making that clip is there's like this inverted dent right there on the trunk, and that kind of bothers me a little bit because I feel like I did that because this trunk and the hood won't stay open at all. And there's a little ding here. I don't really know what it's from, and it's dirty. It's terrible. But here are the bullet holes. So this car was in a drive-by, and it was shot right here, and the bullet is actually still in here somewhere, and it has an inverted dent right here also from the bullet bouncing around in there. And then another bullet went through the back glass. Yes, beige interior, not ideal. Another bullet went through the back glass, shrapnel everywhere, took out the nav screen, hit the trim, not the fine wood trim. Hit the trim, hit the dash, front windshield's broken. But we don't care about any of that right now. We're just trying to get it to run. Has 130 something thousand miles on it. And the interior, yes, it's beige, but the seats and stuff and door panels, they're in pretty good shape. And it's gonna get dark soon. And I'll show you guys what it takes to get this thing running. I don't know yet, but this video might be kind of all over the place because it's hard to record at nighttime. It's hard to record when you're constantly failing on troubleshooting, but we'll see. We'll see what comes out of this. I'm just going to show what I can here. It's about to get dark and I just want this car to run. It's been sitting for a few years, so I'm just going to try and do some basics here. I noticed under the beauty covers here inside where the coil packs and spark plugs are full of oil, and I'll show you a picture of the plug I pulled from this side when it still was covered in oil and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pull these coils on this side, clean out that kind of that valley in there on top of the valve cover, and put new plugs on that side also. And before I even try to start the car, since the battery's dead, of course, because I think the reason this car got parked is because the water-cooled alternator down there, which you can't really see, went out, I'm pretty sure. So there's really no reason it shouldn't start off a battery. I've already tried a few times, and like I said, no luck. It just fires for a second. And that was with helping it. So I don't know if the injectors are spraying or not. So I'm going to check a couple relays in this box over here. We have a jump pack on this, fully charged overnight. It's completely drained already, instantly, key on already. So this thing uses a ton compared to an E46. It's probably not going to crank at 11. I highly doubt it. Maybe really slow. I read codes up here using the adapter on this plug, this round plug, and I just get like one code, which has to do with being low voltage, which is what we are now. But when I was testing this before, we had a huge pack up to it and it was cranking away. Ignore this. This tube was broken. I may have broke it, but ignore this deal. This is just to try to run it so we have a MAF. And then I got new plugs in it. Once this thing runs, I'm gonna feel so much better because I can try getting it in the garage. I know I told you guys I was gonna get the red car in the garage, but I'm really excited about this car. I know it's sad because I'm pushing the red car off further, but I'm still collecting parts for the red car. And yeah, we'll just keep collecting parts. We'll keep saying that. But I'm gonna try to start it. It's probably not gonna start like that. Okay, I doubt it's gonna start. Like even crank. You know what does run though? This car, thankfully. Well, I say that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So now we use that car with this on engine start. Okay. I don't have the jump pack hooked up because, well, we're out of room. We're out of room on the positive there. Let's try this again. That poor blue car over there, though, it's probably gonna hate this. Watch me mess it up. I don't think I will, but this thing's a tank. You're kidding. About to give up. Holy crap. But it does not. It will not fire. So, we got it to crank. I had to add the third jump pack to it. Well, second jump pack, but we got 3 things hooked up right now. Okay, I just scanned the codes like I said, but maybe I'm just using this little scanner here, this little cheapo, but it still will pick up an engine code. That's all I'm looking for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug that back in. Maybe. We're doing everything with one hand, it don't work. Okay, keys on. I know that I got enough to crank the car, so I gotta have enough to scan codes here. Yes, this was like $10 on Amazon. I just don't understand. There's definitely something wrong. It's still getting fuel, right? I mean, yeah, it's getting fuel. I've checked that multiple times. And I've checked spark too, not on video, but I checked spark, took a coil out, grounded the plug with it in the coil, and the spark's fine. Is there a relay for the injectors? I always thought that was just like one of those in there, which is like an E46, which is also a big deal if you have a crank no start. There's always a good chance, well, there's a chance that one of those fuses are blown. I've tested all of those, they're all good visually and with a meter. But there's 2 relays sitting behind it, and it may be where we go next. Dang it, man. Unfortunately, I am throwing parts at the car right now. Replaced those 2 relays there. Took the old ones out. It won't do it. This car is probably gonna overheat and blow a head gasket sitting there. No, there's nothing wrong with the cooling system, but you never know with E46 and other BMWs too. But it makes me nervous. Even if E46 has a brand new cooling system on it, I still hate walking away from them when they're idling like that. So I know it has fuel, but does it have enough pressure? Maybe. I haven't verified 100% the fuel pump is working. I just know that it shoots fuel really far, especially after we just did this a second ago and let some out and it still had that amount of pressure. Yeah, I mean, but it kind of seems like there's a lot of air in it, maybe some air. All right, so yeah, it's been dark outside for a while now, and I didn't plan on filming when it gets dark out because it makes your videos look like crap. But I really am determined to get this started, and I want to show you guys however it ends up starting. I have a fuel pressure gauge there, and it'll start for a second, shut off, start for a second, shut off, and then just crank and not do it again. So it really sounds like fuel pressure issue. And now it's getting windy and making it even colder, but we're gonna check that and see what our fuel pressure is. And if it's low, we may be doing a pump. And I only have E46 pumps, and we may be seeing if an E46 pump will work in there for now. See, it started, and it started for a while there. Let's see if we got a reading on fuel pressure. Oh, that's so bad. Is that real right now? Like, is that actually what we're getting? Okay, let's try this again. So I made sure that button returned all the way out so we know it's sealed. One spark and this puppy's on fire. You know what? It's probably okay if that happens. I just got to move this out of the way. Okay. All right, let's check our pressure after that. It did not start that time. Yeah, okay. This thing's just a big E46. Like, I'm just not even looking up on how to do stuff. I'm just treating it like an E46. But yeah, the seats just come out the same way. I'm sure it's pretty common. Oh, this is gonna be gross, ain't it? Oh, it's not bad. Oh, that's not an E46. Oh, yeah. Heated rear seats. What is going on here? Okay, that's just foam. Okay, thought we had a fire at one time. This has had a fuel pump before. Well, at least someone's been in here because this has been pulled apart. Phillips heads. All right, we'll get that off there. I took the fuel pump out and I jammed a 330 fuel pump in it. So it should work. That's all it'll do. All right, cam sensor unplugged. We're just trying everything now because I can't get codes, and it's probably because of my code reader. That's it. It's running. It is running. What the heck? It's just, I unplugged one sensor. This left bank, or left side, and it runs. It's running really good. Why is it running so good with that unplugged? Okay, well, I'm going to shut it off and I'm going to call it a night. I will take that. That's a good night's sleep now. Holy crap. And now we got to check engine light, probably because the MAF is unplugged and the cam sensor. All right, it's the next day, as you noticed in the last clip, if you're watching. All right, my dogs are going crazy over a stick. It ran last night, and I'm going to do the next thing that should be done on these cars, and that is cut the mufflers off. I'm waiting on parts, all right? I'm waiting on parts, and I really just want to hear it with no mufflers on it because I'm used to inline sixes. We got that V8 now, and it's probably still gonna sound a little raspy, I'd say. I've heard some of them that are just straight pipe that sound terrible, but we're just gonna cut the mufflers off. Oh boy. Wow, that chopped right there. Let's see if this thing actually starts. Blue car's running because I have to jump this car every time. You can't even hear it. What were those mufflers even doing? Dude, what do you think? Pathetic. Pathetic. We're gonna have to do a whole exhaust on this thing. Holy cow, what a smoke show. Oh boy. Look at that smoke. So I'm gonna guess that is from bad CCV and sitting 3 years. Just my guess, but that is pretty bad. We're gonna let it keep running and see if it clears up. So I got a new cam sensor, and if it focuses, you can see I made the right choice. On FCP Euro, you can save you some good money if you don't buy the BMW one, if you do it right. The BMW one was like $140. You can see the logo was ground off that, and I paid $80 for that one. So that worked out, because when I unplugged that cam sensor, the car started. Now, looking at this other cam sensor, I didn't replace it because I only unplugged this side to get it to run. I didn't mess with this side. It has no logo on it at all, so that's probably a cheapo junk one, and I will probably be ordering another one for 80 bucks here soon, but it beats 140. This hood and trunk will not stay open, and the hood's already tried to kill me, and as big as this hood is, if that fell on me while I was in the engine bay, yeah, I'd probably be dead. I got some new lift supports here that I'm going to put on the hood and trunk before I really go any further, since I'm going to be under the hood a lot, and I don't want to have to worry about it. That's one thing that my E46s have been good to me about, is not trying to kill me with the hood, but this thing, it's already tried. So we're going to go ahead and be safe here. Safety first for once. It's usually safety third, and we're going to get these on here. Dang. I don't know why I'm so excited about these. Probably because the times I've already almost about lost my hand in the trunk. But look at that. It holds it up. Oh, hello, little guy. But isn't this cool? I know the E46 can't do that. I don't play golf. I have nothing against it. I just don't play it, but I'll keep that on there. Okay, so today it's 40 degrees out. So I'm gonna do a stupid thing here. And before I pull in the garage, I'm gonna wash it. I'm probably not even gonna be able to touch the scum that's on here. I'm not doing a detail on it. I'm just gonna wash it off, get all the mud off the tires, put some air back in the tires, and drive it into the garage. But one thing I forgot to show you guys real quick while I'm thinking about it. Got some free baby wipes. Surface wipes, sorry. But this car doesn't even have the door brake on it. So this thing will slam into the front door, and that needs fixed. But I could fit a refrigerator in the back seat of this car right now. I cleaned this thing up pretty nice and put it in the garage. Go to pop the hood. Cable was already broke over here. I didn't mean to latch the hood. It was from washing it. This cable pulled off the latch on this side. And this sucks when it happens to an E46, but I've always been lucky and got those hoods open still. These latches are made for a tank. I'm just trying to break the latch at this point. It all needs replaced. I never want this to happen again. But here, I'll get a light in there and show you what I'm dealing with. Okay, look at that. Butchered it, but guess what? That latch is going up. So, instead of doing what I did, using like a sledgehammer and 100 Harbor Freight tools and pry bars, get your like 10-inch drill bit that you have laying around. Why do I have one? From when I did that 6-point brace in the back of the blue car. And drill out that pin. I had to go under it though because this was not tall enough. Actually, it may have popped. I'm gonna stop recording and do this with 2 hands though, because if I screw this up, I'm gonna be very upset. All right, so check this out. It's released, but guess what? Any guesses? Somehow, magically, when this end came up, it latched the end that was unlatched. Unbelievable. A little arm on the back side of that pin with a ball on it that pops onto, and it's gone, broke off. So there was nothing I could do other than destroy this latch. So I'm gonna take this latch off right now along with the other one and price some new ones. All right, here's a better view of what I was talking about. This, see how it's really rusty? It broke right off. So I just noticed once I removed that, dude, it looks like I worked on this car, don't it? It's what, that's what you do when you just give up. You just throw zip ties at it. Add it to the parts list. Holy cow, everything in here is gonna be new by the time I'm done. Except the rods and pistons and head gaskets, fingers crossed. If we get there, we're just gonna have to put inline 6 turbo in it because I'm done at that point.